Mzansi, and welcome to your midweek edition of Afternoon Express. I'm Palisa Tembe, and we're embracing what has changed in 2020 as we look ahead to the future. We're kicking it off by connecting with Lerato Lipuko and, of course, Usihle Majola from African Fashion International as they break down how their annual Fashion Week event is being transformed into a visceral virtual experience that's taking place from the 12th to the 14th of November. And our favorite personal trainer, the Honest PT, Jared Mustard, takes us through a core blasting workout that we can all do from the comforts of our very own homes. Now, in honor of the US presidential elections, let's choose to celebrate great leaders today. So who have been some of your favorite throughout history? Now, South Africa, this is quite a topical conversation right now, so please do make sure to use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments, and we'll be reading them through as the show continues. But for now, let's get into all things fashion. Now, 2020 has seen us and the rest of the globe encounter many challenges, but inevitable innovation and monumental metamorphosis of our fashion industry has come a long way as a result of all this change. So African Fashion International has used these new events as their new age to take advantage as they reset, reimagine and reinvent the way that they're going to view the 2020 AFI Fashion Week Joburg Virtual Showcase. Now joining us now via Zoom to share more is AFI's Designer Program Manager, Lerato Lipuko, and of course the e-commerce manager, Usihle Majola. Welcome to the Loft, guys.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Palisa. Thank you, Palisa.
Now, it's so lovely to just touch base and know that AFI has not gone anywhere in light of COVID and all. But if we were just to touch base as to 2020, AFI Fashion Week Joburg is going virtual this time around. So tell us why you've taken this decision.
Well, Palisa, AFI is not the first time for it going virtual. We've actually went down this road once in 2017 and then also in the last day of March, AFI Fashion Week, Cape Town in March 2020. So one of the reasons why we're going down this path is because of the global pandemic that has really rocked the entirety of the world in terms of how we do business, and has caused a massive technological transformation, but also caused lots of problems within the economy. The second thing that we're doing this is because we want to help designers continue to have access to markets so that they can be able to grow their businesses. Because one of the big major pillars of AFI is to grow small businesses. And one of the last things is that we want to really foster creativity and be able to make sure that we're creating hope within the economy through our virtual fashion show. But going completely virtual is something that has been quite a driver for the organization as a fourth IR initiative that was started before the pandemic had started.
Absolutely. In fact, I do remember gearing up for the Cape Town leg in the beginning of this year. We were decked out. We were ready to show up at the CTICC. Kodwa kwathiwa, hold up. We have to observe COVID-19 health restrictions first. So I love the fact that you're just paying homage to this over in Johannesburg now. So AFI is home for African creatives. So how do you support the creative industry during these challenging times?
Well, we've done quite a bit for the creative industry. When the pandemic really started, we were the first in terms of reaching out to designers to help them get their relevant certificates for them to continue doing business through the pandemic. Yeah. We've also done face mask initiatives to just help designers be able to make some funds for themselves during that difficult period of time. We've also been able to grow running master classes that taught about how to overcome the pandemic, how to build e-commerce businesses, how to be able to just be sustainable as an organization throughout that period of time. So AFI has really been doing the groundwork during that period to make sure that designers are able to maintain themselves and really grow during the tough times of pandemic.
Absolutely. You know, normally on Afternoon Express, we focus our Thursday shows on all things fashion and creativity. And the one thing that we keep hearing our designers saying is they do feel a lack of support and a lack of, I suppose, hope moving forward. So it's so lovely to see organizations such as yourselves celebrating what is local and lekker. And not only that, but supporting them, plugging into that industry. So what can the rest of us as South Africans look forward to when it comes to this coming AFI Fashion Week?
Well,
we're excited. Excuse me. We're really excited to be letting everyone know about the schedule of AFI Joburg Fashion Week. We are bringing on board new emerging designers that we've sourced and selected for the platform. And these include five designers by the names of Anita Makhetla, that's the fast track program. And we've got Lesedi Bakwalanya, we've got Taku Dlamini, we've got a few others. Siditi, Urban Zulu, and then we've also got the established designers. So established designers are designers that we've had on the platform historically, and we're so privileged to still have them on the platform, knowing how businesses have been so negatively affected by the pandemic. So the likes of David Talim, the likes of Kaduchi, the likes of Malcolm Klook, and Gavin Raja, all very talented designers.
Absolutely. You know, as soon as you started speaking about fashion and designers, Palisa has to just check herself to make sure that, okay, am I representing everything that you stand for as a brand, as AFI? You know, a lot of us do look at fashion shows and we want to always check out who's on the front row, who's in the front seats, because that is the cream of the crop, essentially, within the entertainment industry and the creative space. So if we were to now take this idea of being front row onto that very next level and take it virtual, where can we find out more information to secure our seats in that front row?
Well, you do one of two things. You can go to our main website, which is africanfashioninternational.com, so that you can be able to view some of the schedule that we have. You can also be able to go to events at AFI, which is you can see right above here, and you can be able to book your seat there. You'll be able to see the kind of programs we have. For instance, the master classes that we have on the 12th of November, which will ideally be speaking about creativity and inclusivity, diversity within the industry. You'll also be able to notice that we have By Boutique, which will be quite something new within the industry, where every designer who will be showcasing during Fashion Week will also be able to purchase their items as you see them on the runway. So we are merging together quite a number of things, where it's runway to online shop, and you can be able to just engage, purchase, and be able to celebrate that. You can also be able to go to our social media handles, which is on Instagram is AFI_SA. On Twitter is also AFI_SA. And then on Facebook, just African Fashion International. And you can find more information about what's happening. So you can see which designers will be happening, because we're dropping names of designers that are going to be showcasing at Fashion Week. And you can just people can get more information about what exactly we are in terms of offering during the next 3 days of Fashion Week.
Sounds very good. Yeah, Walrat.
I would like to mention that there's a program that we're very proud of, which is the Fast Track program, where we bring on board designers who are either emerging on their own, never shown before, or graduate designers who are obviously coming out of school, and also giving them an opportunity to be mentored and developed on our platform. So we've got 6 contestants for this Fashion Week, who will obviously graduate from the program at a subsequent Fashion Week. But currently we're giving them visibility. Yeah. And they are Genewe, Anita, they're also Siabonga, and Shamaira El Radebe, and also Sharon Drea. Yeah. And they're from the major provinces in the country. So we're keen on new talent, unearthing them and bringing them to the fore. And they're also most welcome to contact us on the AFI Boutique website.
Wow. Okay, it seems like the opportunities here are endless, whether you want to be in the audience or showcasing your outfits. You know, just to give a little key family moment here on Afternoon Express, I too had the privilege of emceeing an AFI Fast Track fashion show in 2018, and I was dressed and decked out in Tebe Makuku, who actually is a graduate from that program, who also saw himself walking away as a winner of that Fast Track program. So I've been blessed enough to see firsthand how one's life can can change with the blink of an eye, just under the registration of that process and walking in that fashion show. So shout out to AFI for highlighting all this new and emerging acts. So as South Africans, if we want to be there and be counted as a number in the audience, is the registration process simple?
Very simple. From just submitting your email address, you'll then be able to get a confirmation email, and then you'll be able to continue creating the account on the platform. And once you've done that, you'll then be able to get more information via email in terms of what exactly will be happening during the sessions, the shows, who's going to be showcasing on which date, and then you can be able to attend it. But it's quite simple as an email. It takes less than 10 seconds to apply, and you already got your confirmation and everything is sorted out.
Stunning. We have to love the digital age, making everything that much more quicker, simpler. But South Africa, there is a strap right now at the bottom of your screen, so you can just follow all of those details to know where to go and how to go about making sure you get your front row seats. Thank you so much for joining us, representatives of AFI. We definitely appreciate it. Goodbye.
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you, Palisa.
Register now to get your front row seat to the 2020 AFI Fashion Week Joburg Virtual Showcase. All you have to do is to be there. Please do register at afi.events and follow at AFI_SA on social media. But we've got so much more giveaways and fun on Afternoon Express, so much so that we'll even be touching base with Jared Mostard's muscles. I mean, we know they can perform under pressure, but the question is, can his teeth? So we're going to take him on the tooth sensitivity chill test coming up. Who is still celebrating their 80th birthday, and as part of the festivities, they're giving you a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes.
Grocery hampers and vouchers are up for grabs daily, while stylish Lactose pot sets can be yours weekly.
And the grand prize, a stunning kitchen makeover. To enter, buy any 2 Koo products, dial *120*1987# and follow the prompts.
And remember to keep your till slip as proof to qualify for your awesome prize.
Competition ends on the 13th of November 2020. Terms and conditions apply. Koo, it's the best you can do. back to Afternoon Express. Now, people often describe the pain of tooth sensitivity in lots of different ways, describing it as sharp, stabbing pain, like nails running down a blackboard, or even being stabbed by needles. Now, one thing is clear, it is an intensively unpleasant sensation. So this week, Sensodyne wants to know, what does tooth sensitivity feel like to you? No one likes being in pain. So despite this, we will often find other ways to cope with it instead, like avoiding certain food and drinks, drinking through a straw, that's me, and putting our tongue under our teeth to protect them. Now, whilst these might help to avoid the pain, they also have a big impact on the quality of your life. So Jared joins us this week in this week's Sensodyne Chill Test, or rather, let me just say tooth sensitivity test, because we're mixing it up this week. Now, this test is designed to help you identify whether your teeth are affected by sensitivity. Now, South Africa, I would like to reintroduce this gentleman here. He is called the Honest PT. But today I need you to be honest, not only in your personal trainer capabilities, but Jared, do you have sensitive teeth?
I actually do, yes, especially with cold things especially. I'm a big coffee addict, so the warm things doesn't really bother me, but cold especially.
So then what are some of the ways in the past that you've coped with this?
Avoiding it as much as possible.
Well, it can sometimes be just that simple. That's like me. I think I've tried it all. Drinking out of a straw, putting the tongue under the tooth, I know all of it. So South Africa, right now what I'm going to ask is them to participate in the Sensodyne test. This basically allows you to find out if you have teeth sensitivity by drinking a cold or hot beverage or eating a sweet dessert in less than 30 seconds. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do today, to mix it up, because Tumi is a pro at this now, is to first of all, within 30 seconds, drink the hot, drink the cold. Ne? Are you guys ready?
Okay, the whole one.
Well, it would be nice if we could down South Africa and have you finish it. But let's see how far you can get. We already know you're dealing with sensitivity, so let's see how far you can push it. Okay. Let's cue the music and the timer in now and go, South Africa. Drink that cold water. Now, Tumi's already taking sips. We already see her strategy. We see Jared there. Ow, I was about to say he's downing it, but no, we're just seeing him taking a breath of fresh air. Let's see when we get to 15 seconds if you guys can flip to the cold. Woo, Tumi's seeing dust here. I'm kind of loving it. This is mean. I feel so mean. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I think it is safe to say that you both have teeth sensitivity. We saw you struggling there. When you were to describe just the emotion to me, the emotion of it all, how does it feel?
It's that thing that you described, and I generally think my teeth are okay, but I think the transition from hot to cold is what gets you, and it's not nice.
Well, let me help you, girl. Your condition can be relieved by using Sensodyne to help you lead a sensitivity-free life. Now, Sensodyne Herbal Multicare with fennel and eucalyptus extracts combines the goodness of nature and the precision of science, so you can enjoy that cold or hot drink whenever you want. Now, what I love about this as well is that I know my tooth sensitivity, well, with temperatures, cold and hot, is sweetness. For me, the sweetness gets to me every time. Jared's already saying, yep, I know all about it. But I've been trying the Sensodyne Herbal Multicare, and it provides sensitivity relief with natural herbal extracts. So I'm pretty sure you guys, I'm not going to put you through any more torture, even though Honest PT, I know you're going to be putting me through my paces a little bit later. But for you, South Africa, please do remember that if you want to stand a chance of winning a Sensodyne voucher this week worth 1,000 Rand, all you need to do is reply to the Sensodyne competition post on our Facebook or Twitter page by telling us, what does tooth sensitivity feel like to you? And that's how you enter. Remember to include the hashtag Sensodyne Chill Test. T's and C's can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. And the competition runs until the 6th of November. So please do get entering.
New Sensodyne Herbal Multicare. Sensitivity relief with natural herbal extracts.
Now, Now on social media, we wanted to find out, Dumi, you know, the US elections are upon us. Everyone is getting hot and heated and everyone's counting the numbers. So we thought this was the perfect opportunity to reflect on some of our past heroes, our past leaders that we've appreciated and we've loved. If you were to give a shout out to one of our leaders, who would it be?
There's too many of them, Palisa. I can think of Chris Hani, I can think of Thomas Sankara, I can think of quite a few. And it is good to know that good leadership can actually take a people very far, whether it is in a business, whether it's a country. So I'm actually excited to see what the outcome of these elections are.
Ooh, well, you know that the outcome of the US elections definitely does impact us la Mzansi. But let's see what you have to say, South Africa. We've got Umpo, and Umpo says, our very own former President Thabo Mbeki, he's just amazing in his ethos. If I slightly scroll under that one, Andile says, Jacob Zuma and Barack Obama. Well, those are some heavy contenders. Please do use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments, and we'll be reading them out throughout the show. Now, we'll also be reflecting on how to plan for our futures coming up on Afternoon Express. Love your clothes for longer with Siemens and Skip anti-aging detergent. Stand a chance of winning a state-of-the-art Siemens IDOS washing machine and a year's supply of Skip anti-aging detergent. To enter, reply to the Skip and Siemens competition post on the Afternoon Express Facebook page and tell us why you need a brand new washing machine. Competition closes at midnight on Sunday, the 8th of November 2020. Terms and conditions can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. joining us this Wednesday afternoon, South Africa. Now, Mzansi, as we get into the festive mood, let's celebrate South African classics with Clover Classic. Stand a chance of winning classic prizes by voting for your classic music, food, hairstyle, and more. Now, Tumi, you already know I love this topic. Not only is it coupled with a fire game every Monday, but we get to find out what everyone loves in South Africa when it comes down to our classics. So when you were to just think back at classic fashion, let's go with fashion, because we're talking about fashion this past Monday, and little Christian chose Ikavela. So what would you say is your favorite classic South African fashion?
I can't say it's a classic South African fashion, but I can say it's a classic, and it's bell bottoms, and I see they're making a comeback.
Yes, I do love myself some bell bottoms. What I liked about bell bottoms is that they made your leg look that much more sleeker and that much more smaller. So, okay, South Africa, please do get entering. And if you want to enter, all you need to do is dial *120 *2676 hash to vote in the weekly poll. Now, you could be winning prizes such as Bluetooth speakers instantly when dialing *120 *2676 hash and vote for your South African classic. You don't want to miss out. Now, Tumi, does this sound like something you would want to join?
Girl, I wish I could join. I wish I could enter, because like there's nothing more classic than winning something.
Absolutely. You know, and on that note, you can also stand a chance of being called live on the show to participate in our That's Classic game right here on Afternoon Express, where you can be going home with a Vivo phone. So go on and vote right now. T's and C's apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. South Africa, we're calling on you to vote for your favorite South African classics for your chance to win weekly classic prizes. Vote for your favorite music, fashion, dance moves, and more by dialing *120 *2676 hash for your chance to win.
Made with love by Clover.
There comes a point in your life when you need to start thinking long-term and get your paperwork in order. And that's exactly what I've done. Sat down with the experts, asked the tough questions, and begin making informed decisions for my future so that I can protect what matters the most to me. Comes to planning for life's key events, we tend to only think about our wedding day or starting a family. But there's one major life event that we tend to not think about, and that's our funeral. Whilst this is seemingly grim, planning for our funeral can provide us peace of mind and relieve our families when the time comes. Today I'll be chatting to the Standard Bank insurance team to ask the right questions about taking out a funeral plan. Muligwa, whilst funerals are sad and depressing, in my opinion, they're actually the best way to celebrate the life of your loved one. So how can taking out a funeral plan not only provide you peace of mind, but give that financial support during these hard times?
The peace of mind that you get from a funeral plan is especially financial. The costs add up. Funerals can be quite expensive. If you think about the transport arrangements that you need to make, the catering or memorial services that you might need to arrange, it can be quite costly. So what it does, it removes that weight from your shoulders. And I'd also say that the sooner you take it, the better, since you'll then avoid taking out debt to bury a loved one.
How does taking out a funeral plan work?
So how it works is it all begins with a funeral benefit. That's the beginning and the end of it, because at claim stage, that's what you're going to be looking out for, right? So the next point would be who's covered under that funeral policy. Is it immediate family, extended family members? That's very, very important. And finally, it's the claims piece where you are actually going to be in need of this funeral benefit. By funeral benefit, what I mean is the payout amount, right? The money that is paid out. At that stage, you need to understand waiting periods and exclusions, and you also just need to understand the claims process that you would follow, documents that you would submit.
So what would be your best tips for those that want to take out a funeral plan?
What I would suggest is that you look at your affordability. Just make sure that you will be able to afford it, right? And the next thing would be to think about those family members that you would want to make sure that you are able to pay your last respects with dignity. The next point, which is also very important, is around flexibility. because you might have a funeral plan for quite a number of years where your life changes. So you just want to make those adjustments where you can.
Thank you so much for all that valuable information. Celebrate your life and leave the right legacy behind with a funeral plan. I suggest that you talk to the Standard Bank insurance team to get the expert guidance and the right plan that suits your every need. Protect what matters to you with insurance from Standard Bank. SMS LIFE to 31492 for a quote that fits your needs.
I mean, Palisa, that right there is the kind of content we need, because the fact of the matter is, had, let's just say 2020 didn't happen and the lockdown didn't happen, a lot of people would still maintain, I don't need a funeral plan, I don't need life policy, and you don't understand the severity of it until you've got nothing else.
Yeah.
Then you're stuck there, like he said, Guti, now you're having to take out loans just to cover something as simple as a funeral that you could have planned ahead for.
Yeah.
And the one thing I do not want is to leave my son with debt.
Absolutely. No, this conversation goes deeper than what's just on the surface. For me, it was so groundbreaking having to interact and speak to Umuligwa from Standard Bank, because essentially what Standard Bank does, they get their team of financial advisors, they give you the guidance that best is tailor-made to suit your needs. And for me, that's what sets them apart.
And that's the one thing that's important. They've got years behind them. So the one thing they will do is they'll make sure they give you advice that is suited to you. So it is important for people, anyone that's interested, to hit Standard Bank up and make sure they get their books in order, get their affairs in order.
Listen up, South Africa, you need it. But something else that's very crucial and important is celebrating leaders. Leaders that have come before us and leaders that we've definitely taken motivation and inspiration from. So we have asked you, South Africa, you know, who are the world leaders that you love to celebrate today? So we have got one of our viewers here, Johnny, and Johnny says, Trump, Trump, Trump. Even my dog's name is Trump. He is the boss. Hashtag Afternoon Express. And left a cute little picture of Utrampi there. Well, look, I think you've got the cutest dog. I'll leave that there. Next, we've got Violet. Tutumi's laughing at me. Violet says, Barack Obama, our first African-American president. I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking all these, the differences of opinions.
That's what I was going to say. I like how people are actually being true to themselves and saying what they honestly want to say and not what people want to hear.
Absolutely. Let's keep reading. And we've got Kat. And Kat also says here, JZ, a.k.a. Jacob Zuma, was a great leader. And he was always laughing when they went to Parliament. Hashtag Afternoon Express. Well, that's one thing about us as a nation. We find the humor in almost anything. Tumi, what was that?
And 70. I'm sorry. Carry on.
On that note, South Africa, coming up on Afternoon Express, we're going to be giving a lucky viewer that winning feeling. See you after these. Hey, we're not Tumi.
Express yourself.
Lee. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
experience symptoms such as bloating, nausea, cramps, and eczema after consuming dairy? You could be lactose intolerant. Be free, lactose free with the milk, mass, and dairy snack from Nolac.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to the show, South Africa. Bloating, cramps, diarrhea, and nausea are amongst the most popular and uncomfortable symptoms experienced with lactose intolerance. The great news is that you can be #free, lactose free, thanks to the incredible range of milk, mass, and dairy snack from Clover Nolac. Over the past few weeks, we've been declaring a few of our viewers free of their lactose intolerance symptoms, all thanks to Clover Nolac. Joining me now on the line today is Nikki Bailey. Tell us about her lactose intolerant difficulties. Now, Nikki, welcome to the show.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, everybody listening and watching.
Oh, Nikki, it's so lovely to have you. Now, when did you come to realize that you may be experiencing symptoms of lactose intolerance? And what were the triggers?
For me, that was back in 2010. I remember it was the World Cup. And the call center that I was working for, they introduced an early shift. And for me, I had to leave earlier for work. So unfortunately, I couldn't wait for my first tea break. So what I did was I had my breakfast earlier, so at like 5 a.m. So of course I had to have my coffee with my milk. And then I used to experience this bloatedness. But at first, I didn't think it was because of the milk. But then I stopped for a while and I had my coffee without any milk in, with coffee creamer. And then I realized it is actually the milk that's making me bloated.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So, Nikki, you've mentioned that it's bloating. Has it always been bloating, and does it remain bloating? Let's find out more about the symptom that you've been experiencing when you do consume dairy and how it made you feel.
For me, sometimes, most of the time it's bloatedness, and then there's sometimes I feel nauseous as well. But also, when I drink milk on its own or a milkshake, then I have diarrhea as well. So that's why I know for a fact it's definitely something to do with milk.
Yeah, and I also love the fact that you have tried all the options. You've, done with milk, without milk, but now I have to introduce Clover Nolac. Now this range is bigger with milk, mass, and dairy snack. So which product are you most eager to try?
Definitely the milk.
Definitely.
I don't have a problem with the other products. I can eat yogurt. I can eat. I haven't tried mass though, but I can eat cheese. So I know for a fact I'm just lactose intolerant to milk. So that's the one product I would really love to try, cheese.
Well, Nikki, I understand you, girl, and I feel you right there, because sometimes we need that coffee boost with a little bit of milk. So I'm so excited to be giving you this incredible hamper today, Nikki. I would like to declare you free, lactose free of your symptoms, thanks to Clover Nolac. Now, not only are you a lucky winner of a 500 Rand cash prize, but you also get to try the brand new range of Clover Nolac in a delicious hamper. Now, I've got the bloating balloon here, and girlfriend Nikki, I would like to declare you woo! Lactose free!
Thank you so much. Thank you, Clover. Thank you.
Well, just like that, South Africa, that is how easy it is to be free, lactose free with Clover Nolac and their new range of lactose free mass, milk, and dairy snack. Just like Nikki, you too can stand a chance of winning an instant prize and a hamper for simply commenting on the Afternoon Express Nolac post and telling us which lactose symptom you're most challenged with. We could be calling you next week live on the show to #be free, lactose free with Clover Nolac. T's and C's apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. Congratulations again, Nikki. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Do you experience symptoms such as bloating, nausea, cramps, and eczema after consuming dairy? You could be lactose intolerant. Be free, lactose free with the milk, mass, and dairy snack from Nolac.
Made with love by Clover.
Congratulations to Nikki, first of all. And also, we're talking about be free, right?
Yeah.
Let's be free and see what what people are saying about the leaders, because any leader that you have should allow you to be free, to be yourself, to be free to be anything.
Okay, wait, before we get into all the social media comments, Dumi, how far does this freedom go? You know, a lot of people say, I should be free to be me, but being you comes with a whole lot of iffy things, a whole lot of things that aren't palatable. So when it does come to people who are disrespectful or use their freedom of speech in a negative way to harm other people, or whether it's being disrespectful to people, where do we draw the line in being you, being free?
Well, I'm gonna bail out and say a good leader would be able to tell the difference, because some things are entertained because we're saying it's freedom of speech. Not really. Sometimes we're just being mean and we're looking for an excuse to say things and just, you know, because we've got a vendetta. But I feel like any good leader would be able to sift through certain things. It's not always easy because we're all human, but it is important to be able to streamline and say, okay, certain things work for our people, certain things do not, and then take it from there.
Oh, well, it's a very highly contested conversation, South Africa. Please do use the hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments, and let's see what South Africa has to say. So lockdown weight gain is a real thing, but luckily our favorite personal trainer, the honest PT, Jared Mostert, has been helping keep our fitness right on track. So coming up, he'll be taking us through a core blasting workout.
New Sensodyne Herbal Multicare. Sensitivity relief with natural herbal extracts.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, I love myself a sleek black number, but not when it's faded. Skip Anti-Aging Detergent helps fight the 5 signs of your clothes aging. And together with Siemens iDOS washing machine, you can keep your LBD looking good forever. Keeping your laundry fresh, crisp, and spotless isn't always easy. Luckily for us, Skip and Siemens understand how precious our wardrobes can be. With Siemens iDOS washing machine and Skip's anti-aging detergents, you're well equipped with the tools to keep your laundry fresher and cleaner for longer. My favorite little black dress used to make me feel like $1 million, but now it's faded. I spoke to the Skip experts, and here's what they recommended. Skip's anti-aging detergent helps fight against the 5 signs of clothes aging. Color fading is definitely a sign of aging. Fading colors is caused by the dye breaking down over time. Skip Anti-Aging Perfect Darks Liquid is specially formulated to prevent your dark colors from fading so you can enjoy your most loved garments again and again and again. Choose the right program and Skip Anti-Aging Perfect Darks Liquid. And voila, my LBD is looking good again. Lauren from Siemens is here to share her knowledge on how to make your washing machine program work for your clothes. Lauren, don't you just love a little black dress?
You know, a little black dress is a wardrobe staple for any woman. It just makes you feel great, whether it be for a business meeting or even that special date night.
Most of us live busy lifestyles and don't always have hours to spend on laundry. So how does the Siemens IDOS washing machine make wash day that much easier?
Siemens IDOS takes the hassles out of wash day because it provides an efficient solution to any laundry need. With its auto programs, all you have to do is load it up, press start, and IDOS does the work for you.
How does the washing machine help prevent clothes from fading?
Siemens have a range of different temperature options, such as gentle and hand wash cycles, as well as the ability to customize any of the cycles to suit your fabric needs. Automatic dosing also takes the guesswork out of measuring your detergent. Simply top up the detergent reservoir and IDOS will dispense the correct amount of detergent for that cycle. And it will alert you when you need to refill. We recommend using Skip Auto in our machines for the best performance because we are confident that Siemens and Skip will deliver unbeatable results every time.
A little black dress can make all the difference, and that's why it's important we take special care by washing it with Skip Anti-Aging Perfect Darks Liquid and Siemens IDOS washing machine. It's the perfect match. Tell us why you need a new washing machine on the Afternoon Express Facebook post and stand a chance to win a state-of-the-art Siemens IDOS washing machine, together with a year's supply of Skip Anti-Aging detergent. Competition closes at midnight on Sunday, the 8th of November. T's and C's can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. Love your clothes for longer with Siemens and Skip Anti-Aging Detergent. Now, you know, your clothes can do some of the work, but sometimes your body also needs to pack the punches. So Jared Mustard, the Honest PT, joins us now in studio as he shares a few simple exercises that we can do from the comfort of our own homes that will improve and maintain our gut health and core area. Now, Jared, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be back.
No, it's so lovely to touch base with you again. You know, you call yourself the Honest PT. So what's so honest about you?
So basically, when I first started posting on fitness content, basically, I started seeing a lot of people posting basically, I would say, nonsense kind of stuff, if I could be honest.
Call it like it is.
So things like, you know, your quick fixes and your detoxes and your cleanses, all the stuff that really doesn't actually do anything. So, and the problem with this is, I had a problem with this personally because people who are struggling to lose weight or struggling to get healthier, they see that and they might try it out, and then they start losing hope because it's not actually going to work. So I thought I need to come up with a name that's actually going to help people that know my content, basically, to know that it's going to be honest, it's going to be science-based, it's going to be stuff that actually works. No nonsense approach.
No nonsense approach. I like that. Someone we can trust, someone that's going to tell it like it is and let go of all of those quick fixes, all of those fads in health and exercise, I suppose, that all of us fall a victim to. So let's go through some basic exercises that South Africans can try at home. You know, we're all about doing things from the comfort of your own home.
Absolutely. Cool. So basically with these exercises, these are all for the core. Now, a lot of people, when they think about the core, they think just the abs, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that this is a very big part of the core, but it's also got to do with the lower back and also the glutes. That all forms part of the whole core of your body itself as well. Okay, so usually what happens if people have a weak core, the other muscles start to compensate. So you start to get lower back pain, start to get maybe upper back tension, all those kind of things. So it's very, very important to have a very, very strong core throughout life.
That sounds really, really good, South Africa. Now we're going to start with bicycle crunches.
Yes, okay. So the first one's going to be on your back. You're basically going to start lifting your shoulders slightly just off the ground, and you're going to lift your one knee about 90 degrees and your other foot just slightly off the ground like that. Okay, then you're going to basically crunch opposite elbow to knee, then back down and switch. And then change. Now, it's very, very important here that you want to basically exhale with the effort. So exhale as you go up and inhale as you come down. Other common mistake is generally people tend to grab their neck.
Yes.
You don't really want to do that. You want to make sure that your core is doing all the work. So just have your hands there and make sure that you really contracting with the core itself.
But then, Jared, a quick question. For some people who do have pain or injured necks or maybe not strong backs, what can they do to make sure that they still can maintain the right posture and not leave a hunched back or cheat?
So basically a rule of thumb that I would say is basically, first of all, whenever you're doing any sort of exercise, you want to make sure that you basically roll your shoulders back, your chest is up, and you have good posture. And then if you're struggling to get all the way up, you can just start with just a general hold. So you're just holding here, breathing nice in and out. And then if that's too easy for you, then you can slowly just do a mini crunch. Maybe start with your feet off the ground and then just start there and then back down.
Now that we've got our variations, what's the second one? Our shoulder taps.
Shoulder taps, yeah. So shoulder taps is going to be in a push-up position like this. Now a lot of people, they find this exercise, they say it's a little bit easy, but it's usually because they're actually doing it too fast. So a lot of people, when they do it, they start doing this.
Yes.
And I mean, it'll work, but generally it becomes more of an arm exercise. So what you want to do...
I'm people. I do that all the time, and I'm like, I'm nailing this.
So generally what you want to do is you want to start in a push-up position like this, and then you're basically going to do it slow, like literally this slow. Now, some common tips here is basically you want to make sure that your hips don't rotate. So when you do that, generally you don't want to do that. You want to.
I mean, I thought I was Shakira. My hips don't lie. What you talking about? Okay, so we have to keep our hips square, looking dead straight to the ground, parallel to the ground, and then we touch opposite hand to opposite shoulder.
Absolutely, yeah. So if this is a little bit too difficult for you, you can do two things to basically make it a little bit easier. Firstly, you can widen your stance, and then secondly, if you're struggling to go all the way to your shoulder, you can just go to your hands.
Oh wow, okay.
And if that's too easy for you, then you can go arms all the way out there.
I love that. Okay, now, as you can see, I'm already starting to sweat, South Africa, so take us to our side plank leg rise.
Okay, so side plank leg rise, this one's very, very important for basically the glute medius, which is the small muscle here by the hips. Now, for ladies, this one is also a very good one for the hourglass figure, so that's a bonus there. But it's also a very, very important hip stabilizer, so it's very, very important that we keep it nice and strong. So you're going to start basically in a side plank position, so your bottom leg is going to be bent at about 90 degrees, and your elbow is going to be under your shoulder. Then you're going to lift up, and for some people this itself might just be an exercise. You can just hold this one. And then from here, if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you're just going to lift your leg up to about horizontal level and then back down again. Okay. But you want to make sure that also your hips don't drop as you lift it up. You want to keep your hips all the way up there and just going up and down, pausing for a second on top and then slowly down.
Wow, I can definitely feel this, but it also feels good. And that's what I like about exercising and exercise, not only with you, but whether you're at home or have a PT at home with you, is that essentially it just makes you feel good as well. Not only does it give you that summer body you might be keen for this December, but it also helps your mind, your body, and your spirit.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. It releases feel-good hormones, so endorphins. So they generally say it's really good for kids especially as well, for concentration, all those kind of things.
I love that. Well, I'm ready for it. It seems like you've got our 4 exercises down packed. They seem super simple. You already talked us through leg rises. You've talked us through crunches. It seems as if we almost have everything and shoulder taps. So I'm glad that you came through today. South Africa, please do follow him on his social media pages if you want to find more exercises. I do believe we've got bird dog, something like that.
Yes, one last one is called a bird dog. It's a very strange name, but basically you're going to start on all fours. Now this one's really good for general core stability and also pelvic stability. So you're going to start like this. You're going to lift up your one arm and your opposite leg, going all the way out also to horizontal, and then slowly back down again, and then changing side. Here, once again, you want to keep your hips square. You don't want to really tilt it too much. Keep it nice and square, and then back down. And then if you're feeling really adventurous, then you can start doing basically an advanced one where you'd go like that. But this one's
yeah,
quite
we ain't feeling adventurous like that, South Africa. It is a Wednesday. We are getting over the hump. So please do engage with us on social media. Let us know if you're keeping fit and are you keeping to those New Year's resolutions? Because you know we all had them. Let us know. Use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. Now, one thing we are always guaranteed with Jared on the show is that an insightfulness and, of course, informativeness whilst having fun all along the way. And, of course, what's more exciting is that just a few minutes you can get the body that you've always wanted and you've always dreamed of. So South Africa, please do head over to our social media platforms to get exercising along with us. Wow. Okay, so Jared, I'm going to leave you here.
Okay, cool.
Whilst I catch my breath and move right on over to Dumi. Dumi, it seems like throughout the show, not only have we been exercising, we've been giving away incredible incredible prizes, essentially, to South Africans. But whilst I catch my breath, please just let South Africa know what have been your highlights from today's show.
I think that's one of the best things, where we ended it on a high, because yes, we've been talking about everything else, but I think a lot of people, especially one of them being me, is that our body goals became a thing where it was, well, we're home. Do I have to do it, really? And I let myself go, and I'm admitting to it.
I actually wanted to ask you, Dumi, right now, before we wrap up the show, are you willing to share your goals with South Africa? Because they're going to hold you accountable.
Well, yes. So I will. And anyone that wants to hear more, can I ask you to go into my socials and see that? Because I will be posting my workouts every day. Until I reach the body I want.
We are holding her accountable, South Africa, and we will not forget. So, Dumi, thank you so much for being vulnerable. That's essentially what it's all about here.
Yeah.
We're not putting anyone under any strict challenge that's above them. These are simple things that we can all do. It's the slight changes you make every day to your life, whether it's in the kitchen with what you feed yourself or whether it's working out. That's what it's all about. You've got your goals, so do I. South Africa, I'm sure you do too. So just let us know. Let's hold each other accountable, and hopefully in 2021, we're going to be looking cute, ne?
I know. We should. I mean, that's the thing. We should not look back on 2021. With all that's happened, there should at least be 1 or 2 resolutions that we can achieve, you know, and whether it's a body goal, whether it's a saving goal in terms of savings, whether it's a life policy goal, whatever the goal is, let's make sure that something is at least achieved by the end of 2020.
Okay, let's head over to social media and see what you had to say in terms of some of the presidents. Oh, we've run out of time. Let me just read one. We have Catherine who says it definitely has to be Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, Steve Biko. Actually, all the black leaders who fought for our freedom. I had to read out Catherine's post. Thank you so much, Catherine. And thank you so much, South Africa, for tuning in. Now join us again tomorrow for another jam-packed, entertaining edition of Afternoon Express. But until then, Mzansi, good night, stay safe, and happy eating. Woo!
Clover celebrates spring with exciting giveaways. Look out for selected Clover products in store to stand a chance to win. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.